Well, welcome back, friends and fans. Raptor here. Oh yes, Men of War Assault Squad 2. Check that out. V2 rocket ready to fire. Can't wait to start firing off some of these special weapons and using some of the planes at our airfield, including this V1 mobile launching station as well. I do spy a few Soviet tanks out there that are going to have to be dealt with. Oh boy, where is it? I did see a ISU-152 around here somewhere, but I know there's one up over here by the airfield that we're going to be capturing next, and in order to basically stop those from being a big pain in our side, we're going to have to start hitting those ASAP. So you see those two tanks advancing there. It look like a BT-7 and a Su-76. They're heading for the bridge here. On the other side, we've captured some more V2 rocket facility, I guess, missiles that can be hauled over there ASAP. And we've also captured some enemy tanks. So this should be quite a fight here as we continue to bring in infantry and other supplies. We do have ourselves a Panzerwerfer 42 for 1,200, which is going to be very useful for, well, basically destroying all the enemy positions is what it's going to be best at. But BT-7, some trench positions, nothing really that we have to worry about. In fact, we may as well just drive around those rather than wasting any sort of time actually taking out those positions. The two positions we need to capture now are next to the road and one here at the airfield, so we got to capture those two, and that train's going to be a big pain in the ass. 88 millimeters there times 2 plus the Whirlwinds there. It's going to be a real pain for us to advance on those. So, again, check the description if you want to download this one yourself, and we're going to get rolling here ASAP. We got a Panther 2 over here, about the best tank that we got on the battlefield. We've been, we got unlucky a few positions. We lost Panzer 4s at a few spots, but we do actually have the ability to capture and repair enemy tanks, so we'll go ahead and do that instead. It's basically free to capture and repair these rather than to call out waste points and call out enemy something. Hold on. Oh, he's full. Okay, never mind. I was wondering why he wouldn't repair. There we go. Yeah, why wouldn't you repair, goofball? All right, yeah, so better to capture enemy tanks than let the enemy destroy ours. All right. So we got ourselves some mortar position here. Looks like we got something in front of us. AT gun, I'm assuming. Somewhere around here. Where is it? Ah, yes, right here. Something. Where is it? Ah, yes, enemy AT gun right there. Ziz 2. And 2 enemy tanks coming across the bridge. Nope, coming across the river. Oh, here they go. They're coming down the path. All right, so we got 2 tanks ready to strike against them, and we got all these special weapons. So much good stuff to use, but let's get going. We got some more tanks being repaired, and they're actually finishing the repairs too. So let's get some more tank crew up here. Free vehicles we can capture from the enemy is good. Let's go ahead and get some tank crew up here. Very good. Apparently we have access to a heavy vehicle as well, which is that Panzerwerfer 42. Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't like a Tiger or something. That'd be helpful. Definitely something that could stand against the T-34s. Look at these wild horses here too, just chilling. Very nice. Very good map. Very, very nicely done. All right, this is all a part, of course, the long-range battle mod as well. Ooh, and reinforcements are here. Tank crew of... Uh-oh, wait a minute. Where are those tanks? There they are. Uh-oh, they're heading up here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, run. Uh-oh. Oh, crap, we got a lot of infantry here. All right, boys, get to cover. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. We do have somebody with a beautiful Panzerfaust firing. Or Panzerschreck, possibly. Hold on, let's see if we can get that thing out of the way. Oh, come on, I thought we could just run over the train. Come on, boys. Don't want that infantry to die. Come on, sneak past. Watch out, boys. Tank coming through. All right, there we go. All right, the HE shell should do good against this. Beautiful. It was an AP shell instead. Very nice. Knocking out the turret and basically silencing the weapon. All right, let's get another shot in there. 57 firing up nicely. Wow, why didn't he finish him off? All right, nobody else has enough ammunition or anything to deal with that vehicle down there. Oh, but we do have a T-34-57 up here. Wow, these tanks suck. They can't even kill a BT-7? You guys are noobs. Noobs! Why are you so newbie? All right, hold on. Oh, there we go. We tracked him. All right, he ain't going nowhere now. These actually should still be able to drive without the tracks. Oh, never mind. He ain't going to be driving much further now. Let's make sure he's dead, though. I'll put another shell on him just to make sure he doesn't shoot back, even though the crew is wounded. All right, there's a whole defensive position down there. We are not even going to go down there in that mess. Oh, boy. Well, we lost one of our tanks. Easy to repair, though. We can get a tank crew up here in no time. So that's why we didn't bring up our Tiger tank or anything like that. That's just a nightmare to deal with. More infantry on the way have already arrived, and we're getting about 1,000 points now, so that's good to have some extra spending cash. Let's get our tanks up here. All right, boys, hop on in. We're going to... Oop, that tank's still being repaired. Okay, let's get another tank crew up here. We're going to obviously capture much more enemy tanks, so let's get them right here. And, yeah, so we're somewhere in the eastern front. This is the 3rd installment, by the way. So if you're just watching now, make sure you've watched the other episodes as well up to this point. Because they're good, man. And it's tough to take some of these positions. But we did a good job. There's another tank. did a good job taking them and not losing our tanks completely. Some of the advance is just, tank advances with infantry, tank gets knocked out, infantry takes position, repair tank, and do it again. Sometimes that's how you got to do it. Hop in, Hans. Quit joking around. There we go. All right, let's roll. All right, we got another man down here. All right, I like how I put the medics on repair. They're tank medics, really. They not only are they skilled in stopping blood from bleeding out of soldiers, but they're also very good at repairing a axle. Okay, I want to cross here. The bridge is going to be an easy position to cross if we can bombard the other side, so maybe we should get some mortars up. I don't think we have any other artillery guns, unfortunately. That would be definitely useful here. So well, I need a continuous fire, though. I want to use that Nebelwerfer, but those things take forever to reload. So let's get another mortar up here instead. Mortars are more affordable, too. $350 for that. You can basically call out 3 mortars for the price of 1 Nebelwerfer, and if you can get close enough, like we are going to now, you can do it no problem. We should be able to set up a base of fire right here and eliminate enemy soldiers, and it looks like a capturable mortar as well. All right, hold on, boys. All right, Los. All right, so they're firing at the AT guns that are over there. I do not want that mortar to start shooting at us, so I'm going to try to see if we can walk in there. Let's go up top. Perfect. We'll shoot down on that mortar, and then we'll come over here. And if that gun has not been eliminated, we're gonna raid the crew right now. AT guns are deadly. They can fire HE shells, and they're very good at doing it against groups of infantry. Luckily, that one missed, and so they're done. Hit them, boys. Come on, get that gun. There you go. Perfect. All right, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Good work, everybody. And the mortar crew has been eliminated as well. Perfect. All right, so we got ourselves a captured mortar up here. So let's see if we can get inside this facility. I guess maybe we'll have to blow the door or something like that. We got 1 mortar here, another mortar position there. And we got a 3rd one coming up now, so that's going to be good for us. We still got our pilots and everything back here. I'm not going to use the aircraft until the enemy airfield has been captured, and that's our goal here today. So I think we're a little behind schedule, so let's make sure we're rocking it as soon as possible and getting more tank crew up here ASAP. Let's see if we can get more tank crew. There we go. All right, and our other crew should have arrived perfectly. All right, let's get up here. Let's get the rest of these tanks supplied and ready to go. Looks like some of the crew have been wounded in a few of these tanks. We'll have the T-3457 park here and watch this flank. And we'll keep the infantry here in the defense. Oh, wait a minute. I did not see that. Holy crap. We've got ourselves a Katusha. Oh, that is good news. Why did they not fire that? I had no idea that was there. We found something glorious, comrades. Very good. Oh, boy. This is going to be lovely. Let's set up a defensive position then. And let's get a soldier to capture that gun. And then let's get our tanks up here, too. Going to try to get these 3 tanks ready to rock. You're out of ammunition or whatever, so you are now on Katusha duty. And let's go ahead and occupy that. And our tank crew, I believe, is here, so let's get more of our tank crew up here. Come on, boys. All right, very good. Now, we want to defend the mortar position as best we can and get in there if we can, so we're going to try to put a tank there. Nice. These concrete walls or wooden walls or whatever they're actually made of, looks like wood, are very good to just, if we bump into the gate, we can get right in there and start bombarding the other side of this of the river where the trench is. And there's a trench position there, but first and foremost, the M5 AT guns, and it looks like even a quarter pounder, which, well, that's just a regular quarter pounder, not with cheese. Let's see here. Okay, so we got to get that Katusha ready. Now we can really do some damage. I thought it would take a hell of a lot longer. So rather than spending points on that Nebelwerfer 42 and losing that, we've now captured a Katusha for free. Anytime in multiplayer or in single player, when you can capture an enemy vehicle, make use of it, and bombard them with their own equipment, make use of it, because you can save points. It's basically something for free. So don't spend points on something you would have otherwise bought. Oh boy. I'm hitting trees. Oh boy. Newbie. There we go. Alright, perfect. Wow, why would there be trees in the middle of a railroad track anyway? That's weird. I guess, you know, there could always be plants and stuff sprouting up, but anyway. Alright, so we're almost into position with our Katusha. Alright, let's move up here with it. Actually, we can bump that gate down with that vehicle shortly, too. Alright, very good. This tank, I believe, has been repaired. Yep, let's go ahead and hop in that. So, crew is ready here. Looks like we got a crew of 3 here. Yeah, we're going to keep needing more tank crew. As you can see, we just keep capturing enemy vehicles, and it's really good news because we can put full crews in them, and they're not going to be able to attack with, you know, something like that. Okay, so let's get inside this vehicle Get our medics around here. We're going to defend this position since it's very close to the enemy trenches. We're just basically going to ignore this. The Soviets have set up all this elaborate defense, and we're just basically going to go around. We're going to put all of our vehicles up here and then attack right into the city from behind them. So they're going to be relying on that defense. All their manpower is out there, and then they're just going to lose it because, you know, we're just going to go around it. And then the city's going to be captured, and they're going to be forced to surrender, or they can brawl it out, but they're not going to have a good day doing that. All right, let's back into this fence or this gate. Very good. All right, now the gate is open. We can now bring the mortar out here. Well, actually not, because it's kind of entrenched. So we're just going to have to fire from there. All right, hop in there. Marcus, you're in there. All right, now we need to get this gate out of the way. So let's push this thing out of the way. Are you grabbing that mortar? Marcus, no time for games. All right, very good. Let's swing this around. And let's see if we got enough range to eliminate. There we go. And let's do the same with this crew. Well, let's hit the guns instead. And that's the good use of a mortar. You can fire from cover without even being seen by the enemy. Mortars can just come in and they may not even be able to locate you. Alright, we're going to bump this gate out of the way just so we can fire our guns. And we should be able to fire right up over the top of that right there. You see it. Perfect. I just don't want the rockets to miss. He's still trying to shoot our vehicle. Okay, he was on open fire. He fired on his own, but that's luckily where I was going to target and fire anyway. Oh, looks like the bridge is taking damage, but nothing too devastating. Beautiful, look at that. All right, let's put him on hold fire from now on. Okay, good. That was real good. A lot of enemy equipment destroyed and fuel tanks. And we hit the airfield. Enemy plane has been destroyed by that. Very good. We wanted the mortars to hit there as well on that trench line. That's very good. Okay, let's continue to pump soldiers up into the top here. Or vehicles, more importantly. Let's get some vehicles up here. Come on through, boys. We've got 3 tanks here, 2 tanks down here. We're going to turn these tanks up against the enemy here and make sure they're ready to engage anybody who comes down this way. We don't want anyone to counterattack here anymore. And then when we can just we'll turn the tanks around and go up the hill when we need to attack the other side of the airfield. All right, perfect. So we've got wonderful tank crews ready to go. Any other enemy captured equipment will be put to good use. Boy, we've just been basically just kind of chilling a little bit. Hitting the enemy. They haven't been able to hit back. We'll keep our 1 tank there. Other infantry are ready to go. Let's go up top then. Well, let's get our bigger infantry groups ready to go. 3 tanks here. Ready to cross as soon as those trenches have been clear. We need to get, remember, M5 AT guns need to go. And it looks like they're out of the game. PaK-40s, or the QF-40, not the PaK-40, needs to go as well. ISU-152 right here at the airfield, perfect target. And also, the V1s can fire here at the train as well. I'd hate to use them, though. They're one and done. Once we fire, we don't get those shells back. There's no reloading. There's the ISU-152 here. I'd like to hit that one because it's a big threat to our advancing tanks and can easily fight us since we have to stop. Anything in the town, I think, would take a top priority. So that's one target I want to hit with the V1 rockets. And I think we'll wait until next time to attack that one. But we're going to start and attack this position first down here and see if we can take that one from just behind the enemy. So we need to cross the bridge first. And then actually we can get down the hill. Right about here actually is where we can plow through and start capturing down there. And then also the airfield at the same time. So we need to get that ISU-152 out of the way. So let's get to it then. Alright, let's get across the bridge. Enemy troops are pretty much liquidated. There's not much left of their main force. Oh, are we not able to cross the bridge? I swear I saw enemy vehicles come across it before. Looks like it's been damaged, but it should be a surface in which we can walk across. No, no, no. Oh, now come on. Oh, no. Hold on. Should be able to go across. Nope. Let's see if we can walk across here. The game pathing may be a little noobish. We made yep, some sort of invisible wall here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we were going to capture the bridge and do that, but I guess we'll have to capture the lower flag first, which means we will have to go down there after all, which is kind of a shame. Oh, we've been delayed. I was just going to bypass them and take the airfield, which is pretty much wide open, but this bridge may as well then just be destroyed, even though it's not clearly not. Alright, well, means we just have to fire the Katyusha again, and means more episodes for you guys, so you should all be like, yay, because now it's going to take a little bit longer to take that position. So let's go ahead and fire. It's all good. Everything takes time. Fire! Now watch all these soldiers jumping out of these trenches on fire. Oh, beautiful, look at that. Oh, and a mortar position here. Alright, maybe not one anymore. Alright, that was a good hit. Nice hit indeed. Okay, so the Katyusha's rearming. Enemy positions have either been tipped over or liquidated. And most of the infantry has been, well, they basically moved out of the position. Okay, where's that other mortar? All right, it just arrived. Perfect. All right, let's get 2 mortars up here to engage enemy troops from below. And we can attack from the high ground. Let's do that. I need to push them a little bit away so I can sneak back here and take that other flag. Since this bridge is basically like it doesn't exist now, so we may as well not even... As you can see, that one soldier couldn't even get across, so no manual control, nothing we can do there. So now we'll go back to this way, which is fine because we brought a tank over here, and we still have infantry ready this way. And we also have our other infantry and tank here ready and waiting too. Alright, let's push through. Alright, crew injured here on this tank. Some sort of an AT gun or something that we need to engage. Oh, it's that damn BT-7, isn't it? Come on, boys, get that thing. That thing's going to be an annoying waste. How'd you get down here, noob? Oh, my God. Look at that. Wow, they've just driven... He drove here himself. Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yep, just keep driving. You'll be fine. Keep rolling. And great. Perfect. Now we're upside down. Great. Thanks, AI. Oh, man. Crew injured again, so they're still rolling forward. And this actually is an easy way to get down the hill. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so they got plenty of... that's why I wanted to avoid this whole thing. It's just a waste of time and money. We're going to lose a couple of tanks. One to the game's old derpiness. And another one to the Soviets. Alright, let's get these guys eliminated then. Fine by me. You gotta roll with it sometimes. Look at this, the mountain's disappearing. We can actually see through the mountain now. That's how heavy the Soviets have been hitting. Alright, look at that. We've got mortars firing down on top of them now. Let's keep advancing. We got friendly infantry here. Let's continue to call in field grenadiers and everything else we can to push through. We need to make a little bit of an opening here now along this path back here. So we need to eliminate the enemy soldiers first. And man, oh, finally, that damn thing's been eliminated. Wow, that BT-7 just flipping tanks over. And doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, look at that. The enemy AT is still shooting at us.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Careful now. Alright, let's get some of these guys out of here. Okay. We'll be fine now. I wanted to capture... If we would have been able to get across that bridge, we would have captured both of these positions, no problem. Now we've just been delayed to the derp. Alright, let's get in there. Alright, no more mortars. Come on. We're capturing this position. Nice tank crew throwing a fit there with its grenade and his handgun. Oh, they're throwing grenades back. There we go. All right, we've captured this side of the trench. Let's get a mortar. See if we can capture that one. And the rest of our friendlies are in. Perfect. All right. Well, the trench. Wow. It was a pain, but not too hard, actually. Maybe I overestimated it. But that's fine. Alright, enemy tank. They're a friendly tank that we captured, eliminated. Unfortunately. Panzer III is still up and running. We may as well try to get our tanks down here now. Well, let's just drive all of our vehicles back here now. And our Katusha is still ready and waiting. Let's go ahead and fire the Katusha again. We've still got plenty of rockets for this thing. We can still try a preemptive strike on some of the positions. Maybe we can... hit the flag over here or something. We'll have them aim over that direction. Alright, my new goal then is to capture the one tank, or one position before the end of the end of our episode. Where is that tank? There's a tank shooting. Where is it? There it is. Wow, best tank of World War II right here, the BT-7s. Their annoying-ass HE shell's been really annoying. T-70 right there. Ooh, that was a direct hit. Crew not bailing. Second direct hit, crew not bailing. There we go, now he goes. Sometimes you can get a ricochet too. Okay, let's get up into the trenches and clear them out. Man, I was just gonna sneak by this whole trench. We could have 3-4 tanks across there by now. Oh well, at least we did bombard this side of the river though, and when we go up there to capture, that means when we get close to this flag, we're not gonna be fired on by any AT guns or anything that are gonna swing around. Just the mortar to deal with, so it wasn't a total loss. Alright, we're firing across the road. We've still got friendly soldiers back here to advance. Where did our tank go? Seems to have lit on fire. Man, I don't know what they got over there, but they're just easily one and done. Yeah, that's why we didn't call out, you know, all the enemy vehicles. Alright, let's come up here now with some of our new captured equipment. There you go. It's all about how you deal with the setbacks sometimes like that. We still have 3 tanks, plenty. We haven't even spent a point on tanks. We've just got more and more good infantry coming in. And let's keep that up then. Let's continue to send in SS squads and field grenadiers to our position. We're going to need a lot more infantry. Over at the defense, the crossroad where we've been since the beginning, the Panther 2 has been doing just fine. 2 tanks coming up. And infantry out in the open too. There's another trench line here to capture. But no time for this. Let's get across the road. We lost our tank support. That's fine. This is more of an urban area. It's kind of a mix of both, actually. Interesting. All right, now we can put our troops into the buildings, but that takes time, so we're just going to bypass that whole thing, and we're going to just rush this flag. We don't have time for mortars. There's barely any enemy infantry there. I'm not even seeing anything as close to a machine gun. So there's just like one guy, a couple guys just standing here. Oh, there's the machine gun we were waiting for. All right, boys. Just shoot him. Just shoot him. Screw it. Screw the grenades. Just shoot him. All right, we'll come in from this side. All right, here we go. Tall enough walls that they can't see us. Ooh, and they're firing a Katyusha back at us. Good thing we got all of our boys in a defensive position there. That limited the blow of the Katyusha. Where did that thing come from? All right, we're going to have to be on the lookout for that. Oh, boy. All right, well, in the next couple of episodes, folks, we're going to have to capture the airfield first things first next, and then we'll have to capture the 3 remaining flags in town. So once we've captured the airfield, folks, you're going to see nothing but non-stop... is there a guy over there? Yeah, there is. Hold on. No. Oh, wait. No. Oh, he's dead. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so there's going to be nothing but aircraft coming up after we capture the airfield. We do have somewhat of a bomber there, well, we have a couple of fighters. A few things we can do about dropping bombs on the enemy and hitting them from above, not to mention the V1 rockets. If we get close enough to eliminate this ISU-152, which actually now we should be able to crawl up and just ambush it, we'll have 2 rockets ready to strike into town and eliminate their tanks as they arrive, or at least their stationary tanks. Looks like they still got a few tanks coming in, so let's just get into a defensive position before we go any further. Yeah, some of our tanks, man, we just keep getting tanks that just keep getting popped by whatever the enemy decides, and then we just repair them. So that's all right. We'll park her right here, and there we go. Perfect. We can engage from here. Where's our Panzer III? We just need to keep repairing enemy equipment, and we can do that all day. There's our Panzer III here. Infantry is arriving. Good. Reinforcements have arrived. That's what we're looking for. There we go. All right, perfect. Get up to the trench. So we'll go in a defensive stance here and hold the city. We'll hold the door open then for our forces to reinforce the attack on the airfield, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Take care.